Hello. It's been a while. I am currently 16 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Welcome to my closet. So yes, I'm 16 weeks and 1 day pregnant. I have found some work somewhere very far. I commute about 4 hours a day. So because of that, I've been sort of slow on the updates. I apologize. I had the day off today because my grandmother died. So I took a day for bereavement, and all that is happening. I've done the ugly crying for the last couple days. I'm feeling a little better now. So quick updates, I suppose, for things. I have gained 13 pounds so far. 16 weeks I'm at, so I think I'm doing a little better than the first time around. I think that if I progress to having a pound a week until the end, or how many weeks are we at? 16. Hold on, I have to use the calculator. Okay, so 40 minus 16, 24 plus, how many did I say I gained? 13, so that's 37 pounds. That's pretty acceptable. I mean, the healthy range is from 25 to 35, I think. So weight gain is okay, I suppose. I've seen my midwives. I went to do the, okay, I guess there's a few things that happened. I did an ultrasound at 12 weeks, which was supposed to be part 1 of IPS, which is some kind of screening for chromosomal abnormalities. Difficult words for a Frenchie. And when I got there, even if they had requisitions and details from the midwives, I got there, and the person who was doing the ultrasound, she asked me, I had a ton of papers. I didn't know for sure what I was going there for. She said, so you're coming to confirm the dates? I'm thinking, gosh, I feel like there was more to it, but maybe they told me about something that happens later in the pregnancy. So I said, I guess so. Yes, I was coming for more. I was coming for quite a lot more. I was coming for, measurements on the baby and whatnot. So anyways, basically the first part of the testing is useless. But now they're doing a maternal serum screening, which is supposed to be good as well. I mean, we'll see what comes up with that. Then I went to the hospital for a beautiful day of, I had a lot of nausea, the whole beginning of this pregnancy. I had a lot of nausea, whatever, and but I had never actually vomited. That time my family had been around for a week, and family from out of town, from a long way away, and my mother and my sister both got some kind of stomach bug, and I caught some kind of cold, and I was getting really sick, and I was again commuting 4 hours a day. So one night I wake up every couple hours, and I'm just regurgitating or vomiting, lots and lots and lots. I probably vomited about 5 times that night. Just so when 7 o'clock came, there was no way I could go to work, and I figured, what, my mom was still there to visit. She was hoping to spend some time with my son. I figured, I can't go to work. I might as well just go to the hospital and spend the day there and get all those tests done and make sure everything is okay with the baby. I had called the midwife and she had said I actually had been spotting just a tiny bit a couple of days before, so I thought all of that could just kind of get, you know, looked after. And even though, you know, I could just be vomiting, I ate something funny. But I did read, which don't quote me on that, I did read that something to the extent of, you know, like if you get food poisoning, it can be pretty bad for the baby. So I just wanted to have peace of mind, and I went to the hospital, and basically we got blood tests done and urine tests, and I got a ultrasound, and I got to see the baby had a good heartbeat, and that everything was okay. The only thing that came out of it was that my urine had a little bit of a trace of bacteria, and they decided to treat it with antibiotics just to be safe. So I did that, and everything is somewhat normal. They did give me lots of fluids, and, you know, sort of filled me up again with fluids and some anti-nausea medicine, and I felt much better that evening. So that was the little day in the hospital. Today I went to see my midwives, and excuse me, I got my blood tests done there, and I'm doing another urine test soon to see that everything has gone away. And what else? We checked the heart rate of the baby, and it was all good. So yeah, I mean, the big thing. Well, I do have a bunch of headaches, but today she basically said, you know, you need to make sure you're drinking enough and sleeping enough, and you know, it's pregnancy, you're gonna get headaches. So and you know, you can take Tylenol a little bit, just don't take too many. And so I'm trying to avoid taking it as much as possible, to kind of try to tolerate as much as I can before I resort to taking pills. But, you know, depending on the day, I'll just take some or not, whatever. And then the biggest thing is that is something that I have not discussed before, and that's something that I really sort of brushed off when it happened in the first time I had a baby. When I gave birth, I really want to try to keep this short. When I gave birth to my first, after I gave birth, I had pain, crazy pain in the pelvis, the pubic bone area. I had trouble walking for a couple weeks. The first 2 weeks were awful. It took a good 6 months before I had days where I couldn't feel the pain anymore, but it took a good 2 years before it was completely gone. And even 2 years later, 4 years later, every so often, if I run a little certain way, if I do too much, sometimes I feel a twinge of it coming back. Googling tells me that it's got to do with SPD, I think, which is, I'll put it in the description below, but it's something to the extent of Symphysis, pelvic disorder. I'll write the right thing in the bottom. Look it up. I'll probably even put up a link to like a baby center article on it. But basically, there's a cartilage that sort of holds your pelvis together, your pubic bones, and with the hormones from pregnancy, it kind of loosens up, and then when the gap becomes too great, and when it becomes too loose, then you can experience pain. And so it's back now. It's only 16 weeks, and I mean, I think that I started feeling pain, not the kind that you can't walk anymore the way that I did after I gave birth, but I did have some pubic bone pain at the end of the first pregnancy. This time around 16 weeks, and I'm already having trouble walking. So it's quite, it's a lot more present at this time. Sorry, the computer screen just turned itself off and just completely threw me off. Yeah, at this point I'm commuting. My commute is basically me driving to a train, me taking the train for I don't know how long, and then me walking from the train station to the downtown location where I work. And that's a good 20-minute walk one way. And let me tell you, it's been painful. It's only been for about 5 days now. But I'm actually probably going to put a link to some blog posts that I read about it. Some lady who's had the issue, and I liked how she put this one thing, which she said something like, I feel like I have limited steps in a day, and that's totally how it feels. It's like I have to be careful of how I walk and my posture. I'm not sure if it's helping, but I feel like I need to sort of, hold, like I almost do Kegels as I walk, and I hold my belly, I sort of squeeze everything in, because it kind of makes you feel like you're gonna, your legs are just gonna split and your whole body's gonna split up in the middle. Not a fun feeling. But anyways, I typically just, do a brisk walk, and I just pass everybody on the street and try to get to the first train, or, I can't do that anymore. So that's pretty disappointing. So yeah, much slower, and then I just feel like whenever I go to the washroom, because it's all, I actually work in a closed office, but most of the workers at my job, it's kind of all open areas, so whenever you go to the washroom, you have, a whole bunch of people to wave at. Every time I get up after sitting for a long time, and I feel this pain, and I just go to the, to the main areas, and I feel like I look like I need to go to the washroom really bad because of the way I walk. Anyways, that's kind of silly to say, but it's the truth. Especially since not everybody know that that I'm pregnant yet. So my contract ends mid-October. There could be an extension. I could be put onto a new contract after that, and I've been sort of trying to, how long has it been? Oh my goodness, 13 minutes. Okay, I'll try to write this up quick. I've been sort of trying to wait as much as possible to know whether they're gonna keep me on until to a next contract before I tell them I'm pregnant. Yes, it's kind of feels like I'm cheating a bit, but the thing is, you know what? There are laws that say, I just, I don't want to be in this situation where I have to say, there are laws that prevent you from not selecting me for this job based on the fact that I'm pregnant. It's not exactly a good thing to have attached to your name. Anyways, 1 year contractor anyways. But we'll see where that takes me. But for now, October 4th, I think, is the end of my contract. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. I don't know when I'm going to get to update you guys again. But yeah, I don't know. I was very hesitant and very against doing the belly shot thing before. But now I almost feel like doing it just to sort of record it for myself. And I definitely have a huge bump now. In my head, it's huge anyways. So I'll just do a quick showing. So this is it. That's 16 weeks. I don't know if I should show the friend on the other side. I'll just move that so you can see. But yeah, I'm not really holding my belly. I guess if I held it, it would be less. But anyway. that's what it is. And if I have time, I will also put some footage of the 12-week ultrasound. I might actually put it in a separate video, which if I do, I'll just link in the description below. It was pretty neat. The baby was moving a lot, so it's good. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.